It's not just one thing. You know, there's going to be a number of different problems that are coming together to cause the decline of the honeybee. I can't even wrap my head around that. Here's another drone, you guys. He's going to die. She's only lived for 48 hours. Curly wing virus, deformed wing virus. This is what I see killing the bees, all of them. We're trying to work with the bee, and we're looking at surviving the species. Education is huge.
Do you know what they get from flowers in the garden? What are they getting? Pollen, good. Bees have that obvious connection to pollinating, let's say 75%, give or take, of what we like to consume these days as humans.
If we lose the species, it's going to be a very, very different world. Food will become very limited.
We'd be hungry if it wasn't for bees.
Baboosh, that's why. They're all in there. Look at that fat old colony. What makes Napa Valley Bee Company different is that we are treatment free. We don't use any miticides. We don't treat our bees with antibiotics, trying our very best to stay out of the way of natural selection and letting our strongest bees survive and breeding from those responsibly.
Every day I get up and I'm excited to share my passion about food and about the environment. That bee goes to visit each one of those flowers. It's pollinating. It helps the plant finish its life cycle. The light yellow is where the honey was. The dark is where the baby bees were.
We're continually educating people about better beekeeping practices. Look at them all up here. So that's a good indication, right? You come onto a colony of bees that they're all up in the inner cover, that's a good sign. You know, the new school of beekeeping is very, very different. We have to be much tighter in how we manage our bees. We have to be a lot cleaner. That's when you tell that it's got a pretty high pathogen load. So get that stuff out of there. Let's see how these girls are doing. We find that the bees that have adapted to even the microclimates within Napa Valley do so much better. That's why we're looking very closely at our own local genetics to solve some of the problems we're seeing. Not only rearing the strongest queens we can, but we've taken it to the next level where we're saying the drones also play a huge part in that. In very close proximity to where these young virgin queens are flying out on their nuptial flight, we have our own drones that we know are of good, strong genetics. We have a young queen in this colony. We're going to take her out and move her across town to Conley Ranch that's more in the rural landscape.
So now we got to find that young queen.
The one just stung me on the tip of my finger. So generally we don't smoke our bees too much. We just use it as a way to mask that pheromone.
Looking kind of like Where's Waldo.
A lot like Where's Waldo. Here she is. You see her right there? Get some of those young house bees in here, because they're going to be the ones that can look after this queen. We're reassembling this hive. We've taken out the queen excluder. The original queen mother will have full range of the entire hive again. The young queen that we were separating from her mother is in this little 5-frame nuke that we're going to throw on our bicycles and ride across town to Conley Ranch. Zero emission.
So we're going to take this virgin queen to the rural landscape where she has a better chance of mating with a more native population that lives in the oak trees behind Conley Ranch versus the drones that she's going to mate with here in the city limits from other beekeepers of unknown origin.
Home sweet home. We're going to pull this rag out and let these foragers get started on building this new colony.
This is what we're looking for. Big oak trees, open space, some old genetics that have been in Napa for quite a while. What we really want to do is connect kids to nature, to the environment, and to their food. Just starting with things like bees that really connect kids and adults to that cycle that I think some of us are missing.
Bees are important to us because they literally make the world go round. Like Without bees, we wouldn't have fruits and vegetables. All of the bees are really like dying fast. So just keep them going.
Make them healthy. Sounds good.
I want to be a beekeeper when I'm grown up and help them be strong.
Wait, are you sure about that?
Yep.